All right, hello, happy Sunday to everybody. I'm just gonna pull up my phone and see who's here. I'm Shauna Marie Fisher here for my Sunday night free live animal communication readings. It's good to be back with you this week. Sorry, last week I was just having issues with my computer not wanting to work and cooperate with me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not do it. So I was like, why force something if it's not gonna work? So I missed you guys last week, but here I am back with you this week. So I hope you guys all have had a great week. It's actually getting a little bit warm here. It was kind of like weird today. It was like sunny, but then it was rainy and kind of humid and but that's okay. I don't mind the rain, but it's like when the humidity with the rain, I'm like, I don't like that. Not so much. So there we go. Hey Lee, good to see you, friend. And I see there's some other people here too, but it's not showing me who you are. So good to see you, and I'm happy to be back. I was really sad to not be with you guys last week, but here I am. Dun, 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 dun. So anyway, and yeah, and my computer, it's so funny. It says humid right now. That's so funny. So trying to get caught back up on Facebook. And I have some messages to get back to as well. Just sometimes it's so weird. Facebook doesn't always show me my messages in my business page. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't always show me. So I feel like I got to check that. So I feel like I might have something in there because it doesn't always show me. So I don't know if you can relate to that, Lee, right? Sometimes it doesn't show you. Oh, oh my gosh, Lee. I didn't start my week off with Shauna last week, threw everything off. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're so funny, Lee. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So it's so good to be back here. And hey, Janice, I'm doing good. How are you? Doing really good. So yeah, so I went on a nice little walk today with one of my friends and her. Hey Tijan and hey Bailey, good to see you guys. Went with one of my friends and her dog on a walk by the Vancouver waterfront today. It was really fun to oh my goodness, Nugget. Oh my goodness, she's having fun, a heyday back there. Good to hear you're good, Janice. So it was really fun to go out and be by the water and saw some really nice people with their dogs, and it's always really nice to do that. And I love to talk to people with their dogs. It's so cool. And any pets really, like of course, any pets. So that was really cool. And then oh my gosh, so I had to do a little recovery mission this evening. I live in a secured building, and I was getting ready to take my dogs out for a walk. And in front of the door, off to the side of the door, there was like a dead bird that was like laying on its back. It just broke my heart. So of course I was like, okay, I can't take my dogs downstairs because I know one of them will try to grab that, and I don't want to have them do that. So I grabbed was like trying to frantically figure out like how am I going to pick up this bird. So I went and grabbed my dustpan, and I was able to put the bird on a dustpan with my broom, and then I went and put it in a place that is like safe out of the pathway, and the crows were watching me do it, so I know the crows will be thankful for that circle of life thing. And then I was talking to a lady that was telling me that there was another one out by the pool. So of course I went and picked up that bird and put it by the other one because I don't want to leave them out there, even though I know they've passed on. I want to put them in a safe place because I have respect for all life, right? Whether it's like a life that's living on this plane or a life that's living on the other plane, right? I believe that respect for all life is important. So I got on my creativity cap, so to speak, there. So there is that. And hey Gail and hey Bev. So yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you other people out here, I know you're I can see Janice, yep, that you guys are other fellow animal lovers and you would do the same thing, right? So there we go. So that's just what we do, right? It's just what we do. And hey Bianca, good to see you. Oh my goodness. I'm sending you so much love because I know it's hard, those year anniversaries, right? Of your Leo passing. I know that's so hard. Um So I'm sending you so much love, friend, so much love. So the first thing that comes to me from your Leo is my love is always encapsulated in your heart, and my love is always surrounding you. My love is always surrounding you. My love is always surrounding you. And there's another message that's coming through here. Just a second. My love is always surrounding you, and my love is always a part of you. My love is always a part of you. Hold on, I'm grabbing this card deck here really quick. My love is always a part of you, and look to the sky and the flowers and the nature life, and look to that and spending time in nature. And that's when you'll get a lot of signs from me is through nature, right? There's a lot of stuff in nature that you get signs from me, and that's that I'm there with you, and I'm there with you, and that I just send you so much love. And it's interesting, I've never felt compelled to do this, but I have my this card deck that is it's Diana Cooper Archangel Animals. And it's interesting because Leo wanted me to pull a card. So let's see here. So, and hey Patricia, so these are the cards that I pulled. Interesting. So the first one is monkey. It says experience all life has to offer. So he wants you to remember to like experience all that and soak up those times spending outside and think of him. And then the other one is raven. Prepare for change. So know that like even though the change, it's been a year since I haven't been with you, like I'm still very much with you and very much a part of you. And I'm in your heart and in your heart and in your heart. And I'm with you 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 and I'm with you. I'm just with you, with you, with you. And then I want to pick up this. It's interesting that I have so he says just watch for those signs because I surround you with my love always. I surround you with my love always. And I'm going to see here. So pay attention to those signs. He's like, I'm here. I'm here. I come to you through the other cats. Oh, and Lee. So Lee says, and hey, Jennifer. Lee says, and Patricia, Lee says, can I ask if there are any messages you picked up on from a turtle for me? Long story, but I'm just curious. Yes. So I have a card that I just pulled. That's the turtle that I want to share that with you. Hey, Vicky, good to see you. But I want to just show you, like, is the message I get from the turtle for you is like this. Like, keep swimming and working through the muck. Like, don't let the, like, grimy slime get in your way. Like, the grimy kind of, like, slime of life and the moss and all that. Like, just keep moving stuff out of your way, that I'm there for you and I help you with your presence. And my presence is very with you and very, very strong with you. And we help each other out. We help each other out. We help each other out is what we do. And the turtle here, it's interesting because it kind of is similar to the message of this card. So the turtle says, be joyful and trusting. So that's that card from the Diana Cooper deck. So I feel like that's a big thing for you is just to be in that moment. And the turtle is like helping you to like swim through those moments of like, hey, this is just like, it's a little much. Like I feel like the turtle helps you with that. So that's what I get from that. And hey, Alyssa, good to see you. So let's see here. And let's see here. Patricia says, okay, wait here. Patricia says, babysitting for a Great Pyrenees named Ghost. Oh my gosh, Patricia. So I saw that picture you posted. And I love Great Pyrenees. I would love, love, love to have a Great Pyrenees one day. I love, love, love those dogs. So I follow like all the Great Pyrenees rescue groups because I would love to rescue one day when I can. And you said, did he understand when I told him his family would be home tonight? He's been so lonely. I tried my best to spoil him. He says that yes, yes, yes. He heard you and he's like, I miss my family. But he says, I have really fun with you here. He's like, I have fun with you. I love being by your feet and I love giving you love. And he says, he's like, you could watch me anytime. And he says he's happy to go back to his pack. But he says you were like the next best thing from his pack. He says you were like really, he says he loves you too. He's like, I love you too. So he said he had fun, and he is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love those guardian dogs, the Great Pyrenees. They're so beautiful. So there is that. And hey, Bonnie, and you are so welcome. You're so welcome, Bianca, and you're so welcome, Lee. So yeah, so the turtle's really there with you. I just keep seeing turtles. So maybe do like a little meditation with the turtles too, because the turtles are really surrounding you, Lee. And then Janice says, I'm having a bit of a puzzling challenge with a little horse named Newt. Was curious if you get anything from him, and it's so interesting. So as I'm tuning into Newt, he's having me put both my legs together and both my feet together and say, "I'm not a challenge. You're a challenge," and that like the more you give me challenges, the more that like the challenge is going to be on. So he's like, really, he's like, don't worry about this puzzling challenge. He's like, focus on something else with me. He says, whew, let that swoosh away and focus on something else with me. Because he says he's very like, he says, I'm very obstinate and I'm very in my way. So the more you try to not focus too much on what you want me to do, so it's more like my idea. He says help it to be my idea is what he says. He's all about having it be my idea is what he says. He's like, have it be my idea. So yeah, oh my goodness. He says he's like challenge on. He's like challenge on for both of us is what he says. So yeah, here for any support you need with that. And hey, Kimberly and Erica and Lisa and Brittany and Bonnie. So let's see here. And oh, Bonnie, I'm sending you so much love. You said really struggling with the recent loss of Frank. Anything you can help to comfort me. So Frank is just showing me like he says, I'm just giving you a big hug, and I surround you with the light and love of my love. I surround you with the light and love of my love, is what he says. And he's like wings. He's like, I have wings now, and those wings are gonna be like the role model for the sanctuary, and that I am like always the spokes pig, but even more so now am I the spokes pig, and there can be stuff you can do to honor me, and that I'm helping you with new ways of doing things, and that I'm so grateful for everything that you did for me and everything that you gave me, and I'm so grateful for the presence that I had in the life with you that I had. He says it was like just beyond measure, beyond valuable, and just it was so like precious and amazing the life that he had. He says he's so grateful. He says I'm so grateful for all of that. So he says thank you, thank you, thank you. He says thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's so interesting. So right after, I kid you not, I have my Archangel Animal cards by Diana Cooper. I love this deck so much. It's probably one of my favorites. And the card I looked at for Lee was the turtle, and the card right after that is the pig. So it's no accident that you happen to be on here right now. Because I see this card from the pig, right? And here's this beautiful pig. And Frank says, that's like me. My light and my love illuminates so much still. And it's interesting because this card says, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. So he says he's there to help you, to like give you that push to just do things that maybe you wouldn't have done, and do that in his honor, because he's there to help you to like push things up on a different level, and to really like up level things, and kind of like break the foundation, and like in a new way, in a good way, to break that foundation, to kind of have new things that you've thought about doing for the sanctuary animals. He says he's at the forefront of that, is what he says. And he's like, look for things with like wings with pigs. He says that's his symbol to you, and he wants you to get something in his honor that's like a picture that you add wings to for him. He's like, yes, yes, yes. He's like, I'm always your wings of grace. I'm always your wings of grace. So And I'm just sending you so much love, Bonnie, because I know how much you love your baby. So I'm sending you so, so much love, friend. And hey, Deb, good to see you. Hello, Deb. And let's see here. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any comments here. And you are so welcome, Patricia. And let's see here. Just to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. All right. So Brittany, hello, beautiful Brittany. Good to see you. Wondering how Mandy is liking the outside, and she's peeing in the house since I've allowed her back in 2 days ago. Also, I have an orange and white cat that showed up today. He has been here before. Is he Jean's cat? What is his purpose here? He says, so the orange cat wants to come through first, and the orange cat says, yes, yes, yes. I've been here before, and yes, I'm Jen's cat, and my purpose is like to be the gatekeeper. Like I'm like a gatekeeper cat, and I'm like a way shower cat, is what this cat says. Like I'm a way shower cat. Like I come and go to bring like new messages of like, you know, showing the way is what I do, is I show the way. And this cat says, you know what I'm here for, is what this cat just told me to tell you. And then if Mandy has peed in that house since you've allowed her back in 2 days ago, she says, I've thought about it twice. She says, I've thought about it twice, and then I remembered, no, I don't want to do that again. So she's showing me, it's like I almost started to do one, so there might be like a little dribble of one, she says. So she's like, just keep showing me that like in the house is our sanctuary, and it's not the potty place, that the potty place is not in the house. Is what she's showing me, to just remind her of that. She says, remind me of that, and keep reminding me of that, because she says I need that to remind her. Let's see here. Does the orange cat want me to message Jen and mend the friendship? And it's interesting. So, sorry about that. I don't know what my dogs are barking at. Somebody's outside there. But anyway, what I get from the orange cat is like, I'm on the fence about that. Like, it's, if you think it could be mendable, but if you have any questions about that, like some things aren't meant to be mended, is what the orange cat is showing me. So that maybe that's like, maybe it's like leave that door cracked open a little bit, but don't like jump to make any decisions about that, is what I get with that. So so hopefully that helps there. And let's see here. I'm going to take a drink of water really quick. I'd love to see all of you on here. So hey, Wanda, just give me 1 second. You're so welcome, Janice. I hope that helps keep me posted. And let's see here. All right. And Lisa, I'll see. Hey, Brittany says, I'm not sure why he's here. Then I said earlier, he's made my home his now. And that's what he is showing me. He's like, yeah. Like this, he's like, it's way better over here. He's like, the other place, they're a little bit oblivious. So they're a little bit oblivious. So he says it's better here. And then Brittany says him and Cloud get along, so I figured they knew each other already. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're good. We're buddies. We're the good kind of buddies, is what I get with that. And hey, Nancy. And hey, Shanda. Good to see you guys. And let's see here. So I'm going to go to Kimberly. I see. Wait, no, Chloe for Lisa. So Lisa says, Chloe is not eating her food. What might you suggest? So she's showing me, like, she's having me want to go like this with my shirt. She's like, it's like the kind of, there's been kind of like a little change with kind of the weather, and like have me have like a different change of scenery as like I'm eating my food. Because she's showing, having me look at my sliding glass door and making me want to open my sliding glass door and have the screen open. So she's like kind of maybe give me a different distraction and a different place to eat, and that'll help. And it's something to do with like a temperature change, is what Chloe's showing me. She's like, it's something to do with like a temperature change, and there's been like a temperature change. So that's what's that. And she says, really just keep an eye on me, and maybe just try to like mix up a little bit of like water in my food, maybe like a little bit of kind of like lukewarm water. and my food too, and just kind of sit there and be with me and be like, okay, Chloe, like you got this, and just give her that attention. And she says you can eat with me too. She's showing me like you eat something while she eats something. She says that will help too. She's like, yeah. She's like, let's do that. She's like, that'd be great. She says that'll be so great. She says that'll be so fabulous. So that's what she says there. And I'm sending so much love to Chloe. So hopefully she starts eating again. I'm here for anything you need there, friend. So there's that. So let's see here. And I'm just kind of jumping here. Oh, wait, hold on a second. My computer did something weird. And Brittany says, if it weren't for the dogs, I'm pretty sure the orange and white cat would come in the garage already. One more thing is Maximilian or another one of her cats. Is it Maximilian or another one of her cats? I get no on that. I get no. Just the first one is the one that's hers, is what I get, Brittany, with that. And you are so welcome, Lisa. Let's see here. And then let's see here. And you're so welcome, Brittany said, happy to hear Mandy learned her lesson. She's like, I sure did. She's like, she doesn't mess around. And you're so welcome, Lisa. And then Bonnie says, oh, OMG, that is him, a heart. I can sense it. He is pushing me. Just today, I was writing down ideas of what I can create with pigs with wings in his honor. Oh, wow. I need to get through this grief. Thank you so much. What was that card that you showed? Oh, you're so welcome, Bonnie. And I'm sending you so much love. And I love that you're doing that. And make sure to be gentle on yourself and just know that there's no time limit on that grief, and to honor that, and just to, take your time with that, right? Because you got to take time to process all of that. So be gentle with yourself. And this is the card deck. It's one of my favorites. It's Diana Cooper Archangel Animal Oracle cards. And I love this deck. It's like one of my favorites. So, let's see here. I'm going to go back up to, I know there's a question from Kimberly, so I'm going to go back up to you, Kimberly. And hi, Andrea. And then Brittany says he's a lover. I'm going to call him Goldie or Goldie Locks. I love that. That's so cool. See here, and I'm going to go back up to Kimberly's question. So Kimberly says, hello, Shauna. I'm new here. Just wondering if you can pick up on anything for me, please. Oh, Kimberly, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And he said, my beautiful bunny called Ladybug's Bunny in photo. Oh, I see it in your profile pic, right? Yeah, your profile picture passed away a year ago suddenly. Not sure what happened. Does she have any messages for me? Was she sad before she passed? Oh, my goodness. So, I'm sending you so much love. So what I get from your beautiful ladybugs is that how could I have been sad when I had the best bunny life ever? I had like the best life ever. It was full of love. It was full of love. And it was just so amazing and so beautiful. And I love my life with you. So she says, she's like, I was full of love. She says, I was just full of love. And she says, like, suddenly what happened? She's just showing me it's like her lungs and heart collapse. She says it was just like a sudden thing. And she says it's not anything that you did or didn't do. She says it just happened. It was just like a fluke. It was just like, okay, like it just happened. I was here and then I'm not here. And she says that she gave the best bunny lovin's. She just said like she would just like hop up on you and let you know. Like she's showing me like she would be down on the ground and she would let you know when she wanted to be picked up, and like have bunny cuddles and bunny loves. She says that was the best. And she says I love that so much. And she says that she loves and she says she loves and misses you too. She says, I love and miss you too. And she says, and you say, yes, okay. And she says that that she like, she's like, share that bunny love. She's like, share that bunny love. And she showed me like a black and white bunny, or like something like that's black and white. So, and she just says that, I send you my love and I send you my love. And she just says that love overshadows everything. And she says you can still feel my presence if you like tap on your legs or tap right here. She says that just like calls in my presence, and I'm here with you, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you. And it's just all love, love, love is what she says. Love, love, love. She says love, love, love. She says it's all love, love, love. So sending you so much love, Kimberly, because I know it's so hard. And hey, Lexi, good to see you, Lexi. I haven't seen you in a while. And Brenda, good to see you. Let's see here. And Andrea, I'm just kind of going through the questions. So sometimes the questions come through so fast. It's like, okay, I don't want to miss anybody. So I promise I'll get to everybody here. And you are so welcome, Kimberly. And hey, Alyssa, and then Erica. Can I get a message from my cat, Foster? So Foster says, he wants you to jump, jump, jump. He's like, I help you jump, jump, jump. Like we jump through hoops, jump, jump, jump. And he's like, well, jump, jump. He's like a springboard. He's like, I'm like a springboard. He's like, jump, 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 jump. And he's like the slinky cat is what he says. He's like, when you think of me, think of slinkies and boom and like jumping off like a diving board. He says that that's me. And he says he's like, that's what I want you to know is that. That's what I want you to know is that. Let's see here. And then I'm going to go to Shanda, and then I'm going to go to Lexi and Brenda. And it's good to see you, Brenda. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. You know what, Brenda? Like the thing I get is just don't give up because you just never know. So just like let it be in the background and just be open and just keep being perseverant, friend, because you never know. You never know. And you're so welcome, Erica. And then I'm going to go to Andrea, and then Shanda here, Andrea and Shannon and Shanda. Sorry, I'm like, oh my goodness. So the comments, like sometimes they go so fast, I have to skip back up here. So let's see here. Where is? I thought I saw. Oh, there's Shanda. I was like, where's the comments here? Okay, sorry, because I stream in 3 different places. So the comments, my personal page, my business page, and YouTube, so they all come in all at once. And good to see you, Shanda. You said our kitty Luna holds down our puppy Daisy every day and gives her a bath. Does she think Daisy is her baby? They have a funny bond. She says, oh my gosh, you know what Luna says? Luna says, no, she says, no, she's not my baby. She's my puppy. She's like, she's not a baby. She's like, we are equal. She says, she's like, she's my baby, but not in like the way you would think of like a baby, because she's like, she's just my Daisy, is what Luna says. She's like, she's just my Daisy, and I hold her down to give her that daily bath that she needs that. And that's just like a funny little thing we do together. And she says like Daisy amps up for it, because she's showing me like Daisy's like pop in the air and then back down. She says Daisy like, oh, like prepares for the landing of the Luna kisses. So she says, she's like, nope, I'm just her kitty and she's my dog, is what she says. She says that like she loves her so much. She's like, yes, I love my Daisy. And Daisy says I love her too. Daisy says that I love her too, is what she says. Daisy's like, I love her too. I love her too. So there's that. She's like, I love her too, is what I get. So it's so funny. And then Shanda says she totally does. Yeah, they are like so fun. And then I see Tucker in the background. He's like this. He just wants to roll his eyes. He's like, oh my Lord. He's like, oh. He's like, now I get it now. He's like, now I get it, Lola. He's like, now I get it, Lola. He's like, now I get it. But he says he likes watching them, though. He says he likes watching them, is what he says. So there's that for Tucker. Oh my goodness. And you said they love each other so much. It's super cute. Thank you. You're so welcome. Oh my goodness. You're so welcome. And hey, Tori, good to see you. And then yeah, and he said, that's so true. He does that. Oh my gosh, he's showing me how he does that. It's so funny. And then Brenda says, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that so much. I still hope and pray. Plus, I post his picture everywhere. So that's awesome, Brenda. That's so good to do that. It's so important. You got to keep doing that, right? It's so important. And hey, Andrea, thanks for your patience here. And I appreciate all of your guys' patience here. So let's see here. So Good to see you here, Andrea. I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So good to see you here. And you said my Kona has been acting odd. She's also not eating as much, and she had some weird breathing yesterday that scared me. And it scared me, and it ended, and I haven't seen it again. So she's showing me, it's like she's showing me that like something, she like makes me want to touch my chest right here. She showed me there's like something that your Kona says there's something that got me like worked up. So she's like, I was like worked up about something. She's like, I got like just worked up about something. And that affected my breathing. So she showed me like if you put your hand right here, that helps and just like move that energy that way. If you put your hand here and just like help to move that energy. And she says like that she says I'm just not eating as much because I've been kind of like not as hungry and not as excited about my food. So she's showing me add some like new kind of fun stuff to her food. So maybe like some food toppers or some broth or something like that. Or I have this like little like sprinkle stuff you can use on their food too. It's like the special like pet seasoning. It's designed for pets actually, which is really cool. So she says to do some stuff like that. And she says like that she's having me like just move the energy right here because she's like it's in my lungs too, and just to really keep an eye on that, and definitely to mention that next time you're at the vet. She says to do that. And sending so much love to your sweet Kona. Oh my goodness, so much love, because I know that's so hard when our babies aren't feeling well. And hey Denise, good to see you here. Let's see here, and you're welcome, Erica. And let's see, I think I already said that, but let's see here. And Lexi, I'm going to take a drink really quick. Oh my gosh, there's 12 people, and then 12 like likes on here. I love that. 12, 12. I just had to take a quick drink of water. I'm good, Lexi. I hope you're doing well too. Good to see you. And you said, I have been really thinking about Tinkerbell. I miss her so much. I can hardly take it. Are there any messages from her sending so much love? Oh, I'm sending you so much love, Lexi, because I know how much you love your girl, right? And you're so welcome, Andrea. You're so welcome, Andrea. I know how much you love your girl, Lexi. So what Tinkerbell's showing me, she's showing me like an image of like a ballerina, just to like imagine like a ballerina and being like up on your toes and swirling around. And she's showing me like the she's making me think of the Wizard of Oz and like Glinda from the Wizard of Oz, and sprinkling like gold dust and silver dust. She says this and she's like, no, it's not gold dust. She says silver dust and silver flakes of love. She's like, foo. She's like, feel the silver flakes of love. And then she's making me look at like the smoky quartz I have up above my computer here, and this actually flower agate too. She says, I'm always your delicate flower, and I will always be your delicate flower. And she says, like, I spin around my love with you. I spin around my love with you. I spin around my love with you. And she says she's there to help you with everything. She says, I help you as navigating through things. She says, I'm your navigator. I'm your navigator, and I help you to navigate, and I send you that love. So just if you think of me, just close your eyes like this and just kind of put your hand on your heart like this, and just imagine that ballerina that's like on their toes and reaching to everything they want. She says, like, I'm your like good luck charm. And she says you can even get like a wand that's a star, and it has like silver glitter on it. And she says that will like make you think of me, like your little special princess. She says, I will always be your special princess and your glimmery girl. So she says, you think of me, I'm thinking of you too. She says, you think of me and I'm thinking of you too, is what she says. And I'm sending you so much love, Lexi. And I hope you're here to hear that message, Lexi. So let me know in the comments. I hope you're still here to hear that message. And hey, Stacy, and hey, Kathy, good to see you. Yeah, so hopefully you're here and still heard that. Lexi, let me know. in the comments. And then if not, I could let you know where to go back and listen if you're not here, because I want to make sure you heard that message from your Tinkerbell, and she wants to make sure you heard that too. So there is that. So let's see here. No, cyanide. Oh, you're so, oh, okay, good. You're still here. Okay, good. You are so welcome, Lexi. Yeah. She just said, she's like, I want to make sure she got that message. She's like, it's so important. And she's just like, she's just showing, and you said, yes, okay. She's showing me like, like clap the hands. And she's like, yes, I make all the wishes come true. She's like, think of a wish. We work together to make the wishes come true. We work together to make the wishes come true. Our wishes are fulfilled. And she makes you like, and I feel like this could be collective for other people too. I just had like an image of Wayne Dyer come in my head. So like he has a book called Wishes Fulfilled. So if you guys haven't read that, like that just popped into my head. I feel like that's like a collective message. So there is that. And hey, Katie, good to see you. And hey, Patty, good to see you. And then Lexi says, ah ha ha, I love her. She loves you too. She says she loves you too. She says she loves you too. And you are so welcome, Lexi and Andrea. You're so welcome. Let's see here. And then Kathy, I'm going to come back to you here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. I just always like to make sure I don't miss any comments, right? So there is that. And hey, Tori. Okay. So Tori, our Gus and Bam feeling better about each other. And I have to say, Tori, I love your profile pic. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love that. Love that. That black and white dog in the background. So cute there. So they said that, okay, like we're feeling better about each other now because we know that like we're going to be together and we're together. And it's like, okay. So like we've just surrendered to that and we're feeling a lot better about that now. That we're feeling better about each other and that like we're getting used to each other's like ins and outs and each other's quirks and who we are, and we're getting used to each that, and we're getting more accustomed to being around each other, and like yes, we're feeling better, is what they say. They're like yes, yes, yes. We're feeling better. We're feeling better. We're feeling better is what I get with that. Oh no. Let's see here. Oh, Kate. Oh my goodness. So Kate says, hi, Shauna Hamish is back with me. His bad behavior meant she didn't want him, wondering if he has a plan as he's pretty much made himself not rehomable. And he's like, oh, he's like, I thought this was like the perfect, but the perfect place. He's like, I thought he said it was a perfect place. And he's like, it was her behavior too, is what he's saying, because he's like, she wasn't as acclimated to me like you are, referring to you, Kate. He says she wasn't as acclimated. So he says his plan is to be like, well, like I could just stay here because he's like, we know each other well and you work with me really well. He's like, unless he said he thought this person was going to be that magic person, but he's like, nope, something shifted with her. So he says it's like something shifted with her and being there at that place. So he says it was just something there that kind of just stirred things up. And you said he was anxious pacing the fence. So he says, he's like, yeah, he's like, we tried. So he's like, if I could just stay with you, that would be better, unless you had like a clone or a twin, that I could go stay with, he says. So he says that, he says he was really going to try, and it was just, he's like saying it just shifted. So he says he shifted. He's like, why can't I stay with you? He's like, why can't I stay with you? He said he needs to pick someone. So yeah, so just what I get with that is it's gonna have to be somebody that has like your similar energy and in a similar place where he can kind of have like the openness. He says, I want the openness. He says, I need that openness, and I need like a real horse connoisseur and somebody that really speaks horse. So he says like, and he's showing me like kind of like an older like woman, like, you know, like not young, but like an, you know, somebody that's older, like in their like 40s, 50s, 60s. He says that being somebody like that, with somebody like that would help. So he says to just keep looking and check what, and you said you have too many horses. Yeah, I know, right? That can be a problem with horses sometimes, right? So he says that he says it's going to have to be somebody similar to you, and just keep checking with that horse community and with people you know. And but he says just remind him that like he'll have like more one-on-one attention, because so he says that that will help him as well, that he'll have more of that one-on-one attention. He says that will be that'll be really good. So there's that here for any support you need with that. So oh my goodness, because I know that's been hard, and I'm sorry to hear that didn't work. I had a good feeling about that one for you too, and so did he. So let's see here. You said Kathy was an older woman and loved him, but she felt he was dangerous. So maybe, something with her might come back around. And maybe if she could get to know him, maybe on his terms at your place, and have some time with him to kind of like, hey, Juliana, have him and her like kind of establish a rapport on neutral territory. So maybe she can come and spend some time together, and they could build up some trust and that connection. Like maybe they could build some trust and connection, because he's like, it shifted with her. She just like threw her hands up. So it's like something to help help with that. So because he's like maybe to build up that trust. And you said I had a good feeling about them too. No, she's done, too scared of him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Kate. That makes it so hard. And so find somebody like that maybe can get to know him at your place, and then like maybe that could help make that transition easier for him too. So don't give up, friend. Don't give up, Kate. That's what I get with that. Don't give up. There's going to be somebody that's like going to be like, she was closer to the next fit, so that means that that somebody else that's going to come in line will be that perfect fit. So just keep holding that vision and seeing that vision, and just keep being open to that. And then he said, worth a try. Thank you. Yeah, you're so welcome. Oh my goodness. And I'm just sending so much love with all of that. I know it's hard, right? So yeah, so I know it's hard. So yeah. So let's see here. And then now I'm gonna go to Denise. And if I missed any of you guys, let me know here. I try to like go through as best I can here. See here. And Denise, oh my gosh, excited. He said, I'm driving north soon to the Pacific Northwest to explore places to live. Yay. Stopping in the Portland area to leave Angel with a friend or a cat sitter for a few weeks while I explore. Ooh, I want to explore some of Northern California near the coastal redwoods on my way up. But because the roads are winding there and Angel will be in his carrier, I think it's best to just shoot up to Portland as quickly as I can. And Angel says, yes, yes, please. I don't want that like spinny on the road. Like, yeah, shoot up there quickly. And then you go and do your exploring and have fun. And then you can do that. And you said, so Angel doesn't have to spend too many days driving. I can do it in 3 days. Maybe I can, let's see here. Where did that go? Maybe I can, just straight up I-5 and not explore the coast. So he's like, yeah, go straight up I-5. But then he's like, he wants you to explore the coast. I feel like there's something about exploring the coast that'll be fun for you, but he wants you to go at that on your own, because he's like, I don't want to do that. So yeah, so that's what he says right there, is what he says. So he says that he says that that's better, and he says he's excited to finally get that closer place, to be in that closer place of like, hey, this is where we're gonna land. He says he's really, really, really excited about that. He says he's really, really excited about that. So there is that. But he says definitely better to go up like straight up, because he's like, I don't want to explore those windy roads. So there's that. And then Tamika, hey, good to see you. Good to see you, Tamika. And then Kate says, on the plus side, new adopted dog has settled really well. Yay! I'm so happy to hear that, Kate. That is amazing. I am so, so happy to hear that. It seems like from the pictures I've seen that dog just fits in so perfectly. Like it was like I was meant to be here, and like just here I am, and I was just meant to be here. And so that's beautiful. I love that. So that is amazing. Stacy. Stacy says, I had a really horrible flashback of Maddie's passing last night. Miss her so much. Anything coming through from her. She says that remember, she says she's like, remember the love. She's like, remember that love. She says what she wants you to remember about that night is don't like second guess anything with that night. And her passing. She says, don't second guess anything with my passing. And she says she wants you to be open to receive more love of the four-legged kind in your life. She says she wants you to be open to receive more love of the four-legged kind, and just know and be open to those signs from her. She's showing me like water. She wants you to go by like the water by the Vancouver waterfront, and then the coast too. She says go by the water and spend some time like listening to the peaceful water, and just and take a pen and paper and listen to those messages that come through from me, is what she says. Oh, I'm sending you so much love, Stacy, because I know that's so hard. And then Denise says, question about leaving him with a cat sitter, anything to know? He says, just make sure the cat sitter knows like my routine and knows about me, he says. And he's like, that'll be a-okay. He's like, that'll be okay as long as they know about me and they know my routine, and they know who I am, and they know who I am. And he says, and he's like, keep checking in with me and remind me that you're coming back. He's like, keep checking in with me and like remind you, like, hey, I'm just going to explore, and I'm coming back, and I'm coming back, and I'm coming back, is that. So there's that. And then Stacy says, we walk the waterfront all the time together. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. And the waterfront is so beautiful. I actually today met up with a friend and walked the Vancouver waterfront a little bit. It's so beautiful. It's so peaceful out there. I'm gonna take a drink of water really quick. Sorry, I always like to be hydrated. I just actually had this full before my thing tonight, and it's already almost down to here, but I drink a lot of water. I love my water. So and then I'm gonna go to Katie, and then Kathy, and then let's see here. Stacy says, I was also questioning what I did wrong that night, and I'm grateful you heard that from her. Thank you again. You're welcome. Yeah, and it's so hard, right? Those questions pop in her head. She's like, no, she's like, don't question it, because she's like, you knew. Even though you didn't want to know, she says you knew. Just as even though you didn't want to know, you knew, because that knowing meant that it was like we were like going to be on different planes of existence, but our planes of existence still connect and are still right there. So just remember that, friend. Remember that, Stacy. And you're so welcome, Denise, here for any support you need. Let's see here. And then Tamika, so what I'm doing is I'm doing readings for pets. So if you have like a pet question, or I can pull like a card from my Archangel Animal Oracle cards, I can just pull a card for you too. If you want to do that, I can pull that for you. And then I see Jennifer's question, and then let's see here. Oh my goodness, Katie says Rigby, no question, just let him rant. Gosh. Oh, Rigby. I love Rigby. I was just actually thinking about Rigby the other day and was like wondering, I was like, I wonder how my friend Rigby is doing. So let's see here. You said he's not himself since being sick, and I'm just having a hard time knowing what's best. And he's showing me, it's interesting because what he's showing me, he's like, yeah. He's almost like, he's showing me, it's like, I feel like I'm hitting my head up against the wall. So it makes sense that you say that, because that's what he was showing me. I was like, oh, Rigby. It's like, he says it's like feel like I'm hitting my head up against the wall, and it's like, what do I do? He's just like, I just want to. He's like, it's really frustrating. He's like, I really don't like this. He's like, it's really frustrating, and he's showing me something about like something metabolic. So I don't know if they check like things like metabolic with him. Like he's showing like my metabolic system needs rebalancing. He's like, my metabolic system needs rebalancing. I need help with my metabolic system. And like, and helping, he says, and then you said, what's he need? He says, what I need is help with my metabolic system. Cause he's like, it's so frustrating right now. Cause he's like, what? He's like, what? He's like, I'm defeated and mom's defeated. Cause it's like, here we've done this and we've done this and we tried to figure out this. So he's like showing me, he's actually having me rub my ears right now too. So he says like rubbing his ears will help. He's like on the outside of his ears. He's like rub the outside of my ears, and he's like touch my sides. He says he says touch my sides. He says that will help. And he says what he needs is like more like metabolic support. He just keeps showing me like metabolic support. And he says I need more metabolic support. Is it's like there's something off balance, and it's like put your hand on my heart and help my heart too. He says um help my heart. He's like help my heart, and he's showing me like a stethoscope. He's like help my heart. He's like help my heart, because he says that like he says he got like off balance from, when he's like they took good care of me where I went like at the vet, but he says that that it's just I need help with that. So check with your vet about something about like his metabolic system, because he's showing me my metabolic system. And then he said too much alfalfa, and he's showing me that if you could like soak some of his hay in alfalfa, he's showing me like to like soak it and like really like soak it. And it's interesting. So I used to have a friend that had a horse that he had he had laminitis, and I'm not saying it's laminitis with Rigby, but like how she used to, and sorry about my dogs, how she used to have to soak the hay for him. So I'm being come here, you guys, come here, hey. I'm being shown like, hey, you guys have to stop. Hey, come here, you guys, stop, relax, it's okay. So what I'm being shown is like soak the hay for me. He's showing me like soak it, that will help. And it's like I feel like there's more layers. And then I'm being shown, this is gonna sound really weird, but like I want to go like this. I'm being shown like hey, Nugget, come here, girls. I'm being shown like I'm sorry about my crazy dogs in the background. Hey, I'm being shown like a metronome. Come here, girls. Like a metronome, like helping things kind of to rebalance, like a metronome. So like it's like I'm off balance, and it's like look at like my midline. There's something going on with like my midline that they're not looking at. Something going on with my midline that they're not looking at. He says that's something with my midline too. It's like something with my midline too. So I know that's what he's showing me, and it's like he's showing me to. Is there like little like kind of like pellet things or something you could add into his diet, because he's showing me maybe like add in like some alfalfa pellets too, like some little alfalfa pellets, and then like really soak the hay and the alfalfa is what he's showing me, Katie. So sorry, my dogs are being, oh my goodness. Hey, Nugget, come here. Let's not be that we have downstairs neighbors. Let's not do that. Come on. So, oh my goodness, they like to just be acknowledged. My dogs do. It's like, oh my goodness. So sorry about that, Katie. Like in the middle of Rigby's reading, and so yeah. So Rigby just says like work with like kind of doing some stuff to like help balance his metabolism too. He's like balance my metabolism and help to balance things out. Like I need things with balancing out, like the metronome that kind of booms together, like boom together. So he's showing me all of that. And you know how to reach me. Like feel free to like reach out to me because I am here for any support that you and Rigby need. And you are so welcome, Katie, because I love you and Rigby. Like Rigby is like, oh, he's such a good baby. So so there's what I get for that. And then Stacy, right, with my dogs, laugh out loud. They're acting like children for attention. They do. They totally act like children. It's like so crazy. Usually I have like a little spray bottle with water that like sometimes if they get too much like that, I just like hold up the spray bottle and then they stop. And of course I don't have that in here. So that does really work. The water spray bottle, it does work. But they're like kids. They want attention. So that's my That's my that's my dogs. And then Stacy says, yes, they were playing and kept looking at you. Right? Exactly. That's totally it. They're like, hey, they're like, pay attention to me, my dogs. That's what they do. I love them. Oh, Katie, thank you so much. You said we love you too. You have helped us so much. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, you're so welcome. That just thank you. That just I could give like a little heart right now for that comment. I would. So thank you, Katie. Oh my goodness. So thank you. Um, let's see here, and I'm going to get to Kathy's question here. Let's see here, and let's see here. Oh, thank you, Stacy. You said you're such a gift, Shauna. Oh, thank you, Stacy. And let's see here. And then Kate says, haha, spoke too soon, just got home, and Angus chewed his way out of his pen. He's like, yep. He's like, there's too much fun stuff to explore here. He's like, I like to explore. He's like, there's so much fun stuff here. He's like, oh my goodness. He's like, I love it. And then I see Jennifer's question and then Kathy. So, all right. So let's see here. So Kathy says, I lost my 17-year-old rescue last year. Not sure if it's time to get another yet. I can feel Sammy from time to time still. Yeah. So let's see here. And then, let's see here. And then he said he would never let me do Reiki on him. So I'm sending you so much love, Kathy, because I know that's such a hard thing. Let's see here. So what I get from your Sammy is like my presence is still right here, and he's having me like touch my my stomach here, kind of by like where your solar plexus area would be. Like, is my presence is still like always in your gut, and I'm always like the other part of your gut and your instincts, and I'm there with you, and I'm there, and we have such a strong like instinctual bond, and our instinct is really really strong together. And and he says, he's like, you'll know when it's time, and he's showing me like him shooting on a rainbow, like back down. He's like, hey, like I can send another essence that's just like me, or it could be me that comes back. And just know that, like, you'll know when that time is right, and it'll just organically happen. And it'll just let it happen is what I get with that, Kathy, is let it happen. And you said you miss living on a farm. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. I know. Would that be so fun to have a farm? I would love that one day, maybe one day. So yeah, so what I get is with that, Kathy, is just be open and know that like my presence is still very much there with you, and it's so strong, and it's so strong, and it's really with you, is what I get. So that's what I get there. All right. So let me go to Jennifer. You said, let's see here. Jennifer says, can you tell all of them, but especially Penelope, that Oma is staying with them for the weekend? Please tell Penelope she needs to come in for Oma at night. No problems. Please come in for her. And they're showing me that this doesn't sound like so weird, but they're showing me to have like a pink post-it note that's like out by the door, that'll be like their reminder, like when they go out, it'll be like, okay, we're gonna come back in. And I know that sounds weird, but that's what they're showing me, is like put a post-it note by the door, like where they go in and out, to like remind them, like, okay, we're gonna come back in. And then they said just keep showing us, keep seeing the vision of us coming back in, keep seeing and holding that vision of us coming back in, of us coming back in, of us coming back in. And Penelope's like, I will come in, the rest of them will come in, is what she says. So she says just keep reminding her about that this week, and show them how good they are when they come back in for you this week. And that, just keep showing them being good over the weekend, is what they say. They're like, yes, they're like, wink, wink, wink. They're like, we'll do it. Just keep reminding us and keep showing us, is what they say. So yeah, so you said, haha, they are all in, but her, right? Exactly right. She's like, wink, wink, wink. She's like, yep. She's like, yep. She's like, just be like, well, you gotta come in, and just show her, like, maybe she'll get like a little like treat if she comes in too. Be like, okay, Penelope, here's a little treat for you for coming back in. Like, good job, Penelope. Like, do, good job, good job, good job. Like, good job. She's like, give me that praise, and something with pink too, like putting something up that's pink by the in and out door. She says that will help too, which I know that sounds crazy, but that's what she's showing me there. And Kathy says, thank you so much. I even catch myself being careful getting up. Yeah, well, you know what, Kathy? Like, I think that's really beautiful that you bring that up, because really, like, their presence is still, that strong with us. So it's like, yeah, so it's like, of course, you can still feel that presence, right? So just know that that is a connection with your sweet one right there, that that is that connection, and you know that they are there with you. So they're there with you, holding that space and that presence with you. Like, we're here and we're holding that space and we're holding that presence with you. So just know that we're here and we're here and we're here and we're here. So just we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here, we're here is what I get. Like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So there's that. And then Jennifer says, okay, thank you. You are so welcome. And then also too, I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned this earlier. I will share about it, but this Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be on with my friend Carol C.C. Miller on her Embrace Your Life Facebook group, on her Positive Focus page, and on her personal page. And Carol is like one of the most amazing, kindest people that I have ever met. So I'm super, super excited to go on with her. So that's our monthly chat, is the second Thursday of every month at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So so if you can join us, that would be so great. And I'll make sure to share about it as well. So it's always really fun. And you never know what kind of conversation Carol and I will end up having, and it is always really amazing and so much fun. So there is that, and I put the link to my website in here for those of you that don't have the link to my website. It's right there. So I put that in there, and I'm going to see if there's any last minute questions here as I pull this box back over here, because my dogs made a ruckus. Actually, I'm going to do one other thing here. So from my before I wrap up my Archangel Animal Oracle cards, I'm going to just like pull a card for everybody, because I just feel like pulling a card. Actually, maybe 3 cards. So we'll see what cards come up. I just feel like pulling a card because it's fun. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the first one that comes is Rabbit. It says recognize. Hey, Katrina, it says recognize your significance. How beautiful is that? So that's Rabbit. I know I love these cards too, right, Lee? They're like my favorite. And hey, Katrina, good to see you. And then the second one is Ant. Cooperate for the highest good of the community. And that's Ant. How cool is that? Like, these are the most beautiful cards. That's the front of the card. And then this is the back of the card. Like, I love this, is like one of my favorite decks ever. And then the last one is Dear, trust in the support of the universe. And that's such an important one. I feel like for all of us to remember is trust in the support of the universe, right? And to know that we're always supported, right? Like that we always have that support, right, in the universe. And yes, it is a rainbow on the rabbit, my friend Lee. It is a rabbit. Look at that with a rainbow. I love that. Oh my gosh. And you know what? Like, looking at that, I just now thought of my friend Josh that's in spirit. So thank you for mentioning that rainbow, Lee, because that just made me think of that. So that's so cool. So yeah, so that's the rabbit. And that's recognize your significance. And then the ant is cooperate for the highest good of the community, which that's the ant, which I love that one. And then the third one is Dear, trust in the support of the universe. Like, how cool is that? I love those cards. It's like one of my favorite cards. And then Kathy's saying hi to Lee. I love that. And if you guys don't know, Lee Michael is an amazing, amazing medium. So he has his page. I think it's called Lee the Medium. He is absolutely amazing. So So, ooh, I love that. Lisa, something told me to mention it. Also, I've been seeing rabbits everywhere and they've been getting very close to me. I love it. Rabbits are so cool. Like, I love rabbits. Like, rabbits are amazing. So, they're so cool. I once helped a rabbit like move out of the middle of the road. Like me and this other person stopped. Like, and it was like a semi busy road and helped this like this rabbit to move out of the road, because that's just, like that's what you do. Like that's what I do anyway. So that's just that. So see here. Yes, and I agree, Kathy. And you're so welcome, Lee. You're so welcome. Thanks for being you and for tuning in. I love it when you guys are all here. And hey, Emmy, good to see you. And then Lee Michael is my sweetheart. Oh, I love that. I know everybody loves Lee. Lee is like you are like one of the most just sweetest, genuine people that I've ever met, Lee. You are just amazing. So all of you guys are amazing. I just love you guys all so much, and I'm so glad to reconnect with you this week. And I really missed I missed being on last week. So oh, okay. Andrew says better than the spiders I've been seeing. I know spiders can sometimes be scary sometimes, right? So what I usually do when I find a spider is I like find a piece of paper, I put them on and I take them outside, or sometimes I've actually like had them go in a cup and then I take them outside too. That's just kind of, I don't know. That's just kind of what I try to do with spiders. And I love their webs. Like that is like the one cool thing about spiders is the webs, but I don't like spider bites. I'd rather have them be like outside in their nature environment than in my house, right? It's definitely much better. I'm with you there, Andrea. Much better for them to be in their natural habitat outside, right? And Lee says, thanks, Emmy. And then Emmy, and I love you, Shauna. I love you too, Emmy. Oh my goodness, I love you too. So let's see here. I'm gonna pull these so what the ant meant is cooperate for the highest good of the community. Isn't that cool? Cooperate for the highest good of the community. So there is that. So yeah. So there is that. So yeah, I love those cards. Like they are so cool. You can get it on Amazon, and I know hayhouse.com has them. And then probably like if you have like a local kind of like metaphysical bookstore, they might have them there as well too. So there's that. Yeah, you must live in it. I feel like, Andrew, I don't know if you live in a place where there's big spiders. I feel like there's big spiders around you. It's like, oh, yeah, big spiders. They can be a little like, woo, yeah, I'm right there with you. They can be a little bit like kind of like a little bit much, right? So they can be a little bit much, that's for sure. So let's see here. And Emmy, you're so welcome. You said, I have hundreds of ants. Wow. Yeah. So ants are pretty amazing. So there's, I don't know what, oh, Nugget is playing. She has this little toy that is her favorite toy, and she like kicks it around and like, and throws it for herself. It's like her favorite toy, the one toy, knock on wood, that she has like not ruined, which is cool. It's like her favorite toy. I have to see if I can find another one like it, so she has a backup, like when this toy like decides to give out, right? So there is that. So anyway, I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. It's like 8:08. I can't believe it's already 8:08, and I'm so glad to just connect with you all. Like it just means so much to connect with you all. So just thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you next week at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So so thank you again so much for tuning in. Oh, you're so welcome, Kathy. You're so welcome. I love and thank you, Emmy and Lee and everybody. I love doing this. This is like really one of my favorite parts of the week. And last week I was like so sad that I wasn't able to do it. So so there you go. So I just love this. It just means so much to connect with you all. So I hope you all have a great rest of your night and a fabulous week ahead. It's Monday and it's going to be a fabulous week. So there we go. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, so much love to you all. Have a good night. Bye for now. Take care. Much love.